If you went to a wedding, right, and you went to the groom, your friend or something, and you said, gosh, you're saying no. You're saying no to all these other women. What a terrible day for you. Well, no one does that, right? That's crazy. What you do is you recognize in the groom this yes. He's saying yes to this one woman that he loves. He's saying, I do to her. Well, it's the same for us. It's not so much that we're saying no to marriage, because marriage is a beautiful thing. Marriage is a wonderful thing. But for us, what we're doing is we're saying yes to Christ, to this particular call that Christ is giving us. And when we say that yes, what we become are witnesses to Christ of His power to change people's lives.
There's something compelling about the witness of priestly celibacy that in a supernatural way is attractive. And it helps to sort of sort out guys who are serious about living the priestly life and those who are sort of on the fence. Go big or go home, sort of as you can say. The priesthood is too serious of a call to not have guys 100% committed to what they're doing. And priestly celibacy is a good way of daily keeping yourself in check and saying, yeah, I'm a priest and I'm living the life to the full.
I was distanced from a lot of friends. I had to leave my girlfriend, but the Lord gave me a new sense of joy and a new sense of love, that the love that our Lord has to offer each one of us is very real. And before I really was interested in what the Lord had to offer, I was seeking love in all the wrong places, and I was following what the world says is love, and I was trying it, but I wasn't being fulfilled.
It is a sacrifice, and sometimes it's a difficult sacrifice, and it makes itself felt. But it's not merely a privation of something. It's not merely a sacrifice for the sake of discipline, even being a discipline. I've really come to understand celibacy as an opportunity of learning how to love in a particular way, in a radically non-possessive way, in a way that points to the love that is promised to us on the other side of this life.
More and more people seem not to understand the value of the love that can be expressed through a commitment of celibacy, which is certainly a unique love, but it's a love that Christ loved the world. And so the more we know and come to understand Christ, the more we'll recognize that unique expression of love in His priests. And I think the more the world will want that, because ultimately it's that love that saved the world.
I think it clarifies the question of celibacy and priestly celibacy when we remind ourselves that all Christians are called to a life of chastity. And so that means all unmarried Christians are also called to live chastely.
Even in the early church, it's interesting, you have this dynamic where even married couples who are living a normal married life, after their children are grown, they, for the sake of dedicating themselves to God more and to prayer, they end up choosing freely amongst the two of them to live a continent life.
I don't know if people have thought about this before, but in heaven, we're not married. Why not? Because, well, marriage is an exclusive kind of love between a man and a woman, and so by its nature, being exclusive, it's not including everyone, whereas heaven is, there's love between everyone in heaven. And so what the priest then is a sign of what all humanity is called to be ultimately, not in this life necessarily, but in the next. And so in this sense, he's a pre-image of our heavenly reality.